Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Bella, your tour guide. We're doing a tour in Frederick, Douglas today. Welcome to 524 South Dallas Street.
You guys are on
This is an alley room. These are the 5 row homes that Frederick Douglass constructed in 1892 for rental housing for the poor Black African American community. As we keep going over here, where 524 is where Frederick Douglass actually stayed a part-time. And this place is so iconic because it shows Frederick Douglass' connection to the city of Fells Point, Baltimore, where he worked at the shipyard. Hey guys, I'm here sitting on the steps of Douglass Place, 524. This is exactly where Frederick Douglass had attended his Dallas Street Methodist Episcopalian Church while he was residing here in 1820 to 1838. As we come over here, you see that they have left a plaque for Frederick Douglass because he's been such an influential part of slavery and abolishing slavery, and yeah, to honor Frederick Douglass because this is where he lived. Back to you, Joy.
Go.
Hi, I'm Sophia Ald, and I'm sitting here today on Elysiana Street where me and my husband Hugh have just purchased our first house and our first slave. This is Frederick Douglass, and I'm teaching him how to read.
Looks, they don't have this back at my old plantation.
This is a C.
C.
It's like this is an A.
A.
It's like
Ah.
and this is a T, like t. So when you put all 3 sounds together, it's cat.
Cat.
Yes.
Cat! Oh my goodness, this is so amazing! They don't teach me this back at the plantation. Life is so much bigger than just work, slavery, freedom. Education is freedom. This is how I get free. This is where my world begins. I am human.
Excuse me. What is going on here?
I'm just.
What is this? Sit down, slave. What is the meaning of this? Are you teaching a slave to read? Are you empowering the slave through education? It's just a slave. It knows nothing but work. Teaching it to read only empowers it, turns it into a human. I don't ever want to see you doing this again. Go back to your room, slave. Go. I don't ever want to see you doing that again. A slave should not read. This was a look back at 1826 at the Auld House, where Mr. and Mrs. Auld first purchased Frederick Douglass. It was Frederick Douglass's first real introduction to education, and it empowered his journey throughout his entire life to gain education and empower all the other slaves around him. This is where it started.
Welcome to the video blog. Right now, we just filmed 2 of our sections. Woo, woo, woo. Mr. Shibley is our tour guide, telling us about everything. The one and only Mr.
Watch that car.
Kimberly Anthony Shibley.
It's like they're letting us go.
The car's letting us go. Thank you, Lord. Bless your soul, car.
This is 1826, right?
I don't know. What did you research?
Hello. Welcome to the shipyard, where Frederick Douglass found himself working as a caulker for many years. Let me take you through the journey of how he ended up here. After Mr. Douglass's first attempted escape from slavery, he found himself in prison, with no hope left. But luckily for him, his former slave master, Mr. Hugh Auld, rescued him and sent him to work here as a caulker on the ships. This was his real first start to freedom. As he worked here, even being harassed by white workers who didn't want black men working with them, he still managed to persevere, and he started to make money and gain respect around the area as one of the most skilled caulkers around. Hey, sir. Do you know anything about Frederick Douglass?
Not really.
Well, did you know that here at these shipyards is where Mr. Douglass finally found his attempt to freedom in New York?
That's interesting.
This is where it all began. It was the beginning of the end for Mr. Douglass. Take a look.
Stop. Daily
do
grind. Oh wait, it's over here. Mr. Shibley's Toys. Okay, I can get the times.
Hey, I'm Joy. Did you know that the month of February is also known as Black History Month? There are many, many monumental contributors to this month and our history, such as Martin Luther King Jr. and Frederick Douglass. Here at 28 Main Street, Frederick Douglass purchased his first novel, The Columbian Orator, where it was a collection of many essays and poems. And with his book, he inspired to dig more into education and figure out more how to escape slavery and have more captivated ideas about freedom. With this novel, without Frederick Douglass buying this novel, he would never influence our generations to stand up for what they believe in, to inspire and contribute more to our history every day with the reading and novels and anything. Reading contributes to our freedom and a voice. Frederick Douglass became an orator, and because of this book, we know his life and we know his speeches. And the end.
I know you see me reading here. I'm trying to read. These little boys are teaching me.
Hey, let's introduce.
Do I read good today?
So what's your name?
Teresa.
And do you know who Frederick Douglass is?
Yes.
What does Frederick Douglass mean to you?
I think he was someone that attained great stature as far as Black history goes. He did a lot for the community. He's very smart, very intelligent person. So we happen to be standing over near living classrooms where there is a museum dedicated to him. There's a huge statue of him and everything. So it's nice to see that around him.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
What does Frederick Douglass mean to me? Frederick Douglass means perseverance. Frederick Douglass means reaching for the stars. Frederick Douglass most importantly means using education to overcome whatever situation or circumstance you were born into. Frederick Douglass was at the lowest point in the human hierarchy, but through education he used it to now be a symbolic figure with a museum and a whole city based around him. Hello, sir. What's your name?
Name's Bradley Austin.
Okay, and our question for you is, what does Frederick Douglass mean to you?
Frederick Douglass, of course, is probably the most important African American leader and American leader of the 19th century. It's important because of his connections to Baltimore and what he accomplished as a man, as what he called a self-made man. He went from slavery to the pinnacle of leadership and influence in the United States in the 19th century.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Good.
Born in 1818 in Talbot County, Maryland, Frederick Douglass, born in the worst of slave conditions, managed to persevere through education to become a nationally recognized abolitionist leader and political.
He influenced and inspired many presidents and oral speakers to talk about freedom and education and its importance in America.
He died February 20th, 1895. Frederick Douglass lived a long life.